Hello everyone, my name is Marina Zarek and I'm a real estate broker in Washington State. And today I want to answer your questions that many home buyers are asking me. Is it now a good time to buy a house or not? It's not an easy answer, so I'm gonna ask you 3 questions for whether to buy a home now or wait for the future. And if you can answer all 3 questions, yes or no, then you'll have your answer. Stay with me. So what do I see in my practice day to day is that many home buyers are asking themselves, is it now a good time to buy a property? That's a good question because there's no much more homes on the market, which also drives the home prices up. And also Federal Reserves tries to fight the inflation, so the mortgage rates also went up. In this situation, it's not easy question to answer whether should I buy a home or no. So it's important to analyze deeply and within your local market what's the wise decision. Also, if you don't buy a house now and wait for some situation to improve that might not improve considerably, then you will lose and the perspective of gaining equity immediately, because once you buy a house, you're building your equity. So in general, if you can answer yes to all the 3 questions I'm going to ask you, then yes, now is the time to buy a house. Question number 1 is, do you have a good credit score? If your credit score is very good, you're paying your debt on time, and lenders see you as a good potential borrower who will repay their loan, then yes, now is a good time to buy. Question number 2, have you saved enough for a down payment now? So if you saved enough for a down payment, then less you can borrow from the lender, and lender will see you as someone who is a good borrower, and of course the less interest you'll be paying. But of course lenders also wants to see that you have an additional money to save above down payment, like some kind of cushion for unexpected expenses. Question number 3, are you planning to stay in the home for a while? If the answer is yes, then yes, you should buy a home, because buying a property and selling it soon can have way more financial implications, not to mention tax implications on your pocket, because above the purchase price, there are thousands more for closing costs, so it's not financially wise to sell it so quickly. So some ages are at least 7 years and more, or if you can be stable enough financially and rent it out, that's also a good idea. There may be also some instances in which you will like to wait for some better time to buy. First of all, are the prices in your area dropping? If the answer is yes, then you might want to wait. Well, you don't want to buy the peak of the housing prices, and eventually in a year or two they're dropping to let's say 10%, and then you will be under the current, right? You don't want it. But if you live in Washington State, that's not going to happen anytime soon, because prices are picking up more and more year over year, so price dropping is not working here. Question number 2 is inventory in your area increasing? So if you have more homes on the market, then more buyers will enter the market, and of course you will, as a buyer, have more bargaining power and more homes to choose from. So that maybe not be a good time to buy a house, and maybe you want to, let's say, wait. And in the Washington State recently, we did see a little bit increase in inventory, but not nearly enough as we need. So you'll see with the local agent in the local area what's going to happening, but that is generally still well below balanced market. And question number 3, could you improve your financial situation? So that's the biggest reason why would you want to hold on for a little while. Because if your credit score or your debt is not ideal, then you might want to stay put and improve those. You can always educate yourself about your credit score with your lender or other websites to offer you any idea how to improve your credit score. I think recently average credit score is very high, 770 I think. So the biggest your credit score, the lowest rate lender is willing to give it to you. So pay attention to that information. And if your credit score is not good enough, you have lots of debt, and you're not paying your debt on time, then that might be a good idea to slow a little, improve your credit score, and wait for a better situation to buy. So I gave you those questions to answer yourself, and if you can answer yes on the pro for buying home or a no for not buying the home, then you get your answer. But keep in mind that you also need to analyze your local real estate market, because even within the one state, local markets can vary greatly. I cannot even stress this importance, how much can, let's say, Eastern Washington differ from Western Washington where I work. So if you want to, I mean, even neighborhoods, you can ask me, let's say, for a specific neighborhood, and neighborhoods within one city can vary greatly in the price, in the days on the market, in supplies, in whatever you want. So micro differences.